Well, now that I fixed my Motha's ceiling fan, this thing was click, 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 click. Oh, it was so annoying, but I made a video of that and I just posted it to my channel. And you can look at that under all my other ceiling fan ones. And I show you how to take that all apart. I checked on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things on here that could have been causing that to click. I had to check them all. I had to take the whole thing down and remove it from the ceiling all together, check everything out, put it all back together, and voila, I got it fixed. And I'm over here. I took my mother to the dentist today, and we're gonna go out to eat later, but before we do, she wanted me to fix something else. Oh, now, what is in the garage? Oh yes, I remember now. I've got all my stuff out here. This is the tools that I leave over here. So anytime I come here, I've got all my stuff. I don't have to bring anything from home. I've got all kinds of different things here. 12 volt battery operated electric drill. And it works, you know. I've got an 18 volt at home. And I've got some other tools in there, and I've got this stuff out. What is going on here? Drywall anchors. I've got some anchors in here, and I've got some little dinky anchors in here. So it probably has to do with something with that, right? Right. And what is it that we've got to do? Yes, the dreaded buttons for the garage doors. And this one is all nice and tight, and of course we never use that one because that's for this side. She used to have a golf cart over here on this side. Don't very often use that one, but we'll use this garage door open all of the time, okay? And of course that's this one here off to the left, and of course it's loose, and of course I can try to tighten that up, but I don't think it's going to tighten up. And I'll bet you these two screws are just screwed into the sheetrock. We're gonna check that out. But this one's nice and tight. You know why? Because there's the door jamb here, and then there's two 2x4s next to each other, 1.5 and 1.5, and this one's just barely grabbing onto the side. Or they might have put an extra little piece of 2x4 from here down over to there so that they could attach this box next to this 2x4. Okay, and that's probably what's happening here. And she asked me, "Hey Joe, my favorite son, can you go ahead and see if you can't fix that?" So I'm going to grab my Phillips screwdriver, and we're going to see if I'm correct. I have not checked this yet to see if these screws, if I can tighten this up. And you look at that, see? I can do this all night long and it's never gonna get tight. Kaboom. And you know what? I'll bet you that they don't have these in little plastic anchors or any kind of anchors. The guys who put this in 12 years ago, their house is probably 12 years old or so. I'll bet you those go right into the sheetrock with no plastic anchors, no nothing. Why do they do that? Why do they think, oh, I'll just ram it in? These screws going right into the sheetrock, the drywall. Why on earth would they even think that would work over time? You know, of course it's gonna loosen up. When you first put a screw into regular sheetrock, it's not really gonna tighten up all the way, but if you just do it snug, it'll stay. Well, this one here I know is in wood. There's a stud right there, and another one, and then the door jamb. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. And because they have two garage door openers side by side, this one is not screwed into the 2x4. Okay, and we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna fix that somehow. I gotta get that fixed because she's been bugging me about that each time I come over here. And I think, yeah, I know, it's just gonna be in there. And so see, there's 2 little screws. And we're gonna make a decision what kind of anchor to use. If you wanna watch that, stick around. Now, I wasn't quite sure when I got here if I even had any plastic anchors. And luckily for me, I've got this little green tub. Here I've got that green little knee pad. Look at all this stuff. This is just a hodgepodge of all kinds of stuff. I never know what I'm gonna need, and I thought maybe I've got some plastic anchors in there. And sure enough, I dug some out. And here's the 2 screws I'm gonna use. So I know these plastic anchors here are too big, and I can't use the bigger screws because they won't fit through the little hole in the door, in the garage door button. Okay, and so I've got different ones. See these here? I hate these. See how they got little rings going through here? You have to make the hole so perfect. And if you make it small, you know, I like to try to make them smaller and then kind of tap it in with a hammer. Well, you try to do that with this type here, and it's not very thick right in here, or these, and sometimes you do that, and this wants to fold over as I'm trying to tap it in with a hammer, because I don't want to make the sheetrock hole too big, because if you make it too big, you try to tighten up the screw, this just spins right into the, it spins in the sheetrock. Okay, plus, you see, this size is probably just a hair too big for this screw. Okay, I would say no for those. And see, this is if I was going to use this blue size, this would be the kind I would want to use. See how much thicker? You can tell right off this one's thicker, and it's got ribs going straight down. I make the hole in the sheetrock about this big, right about to there. Then I can push this in there, and then I can tap this right in without it folding over. It's hard to find these nowadays. Usually they'll have the ones with the ribs in it like that. You see, when you use a smaller one, these are even flimsier. Okay, that's got the ribs. I don't like that. So if I was going to use that size, they've got a smaller ribbed one. See, like that. And they even have a smaller one. I think that one right there is too small for this screw. If I were to put that in there, it probably wouldn't go in all the way. And even if I had that one tight inside the sheetrock, it probably could possibly start spinning as I'm trying to put this screw in, because this screw is too fat for that. Okay, and so I'm looking on there, and so I need this size right here. And see, this blue one just happens to be the same length, pretty much. I could use both of those, or I've got another red one that's the same size as that, almost, and it looks like I've used it before. See, it's kind of slightly bent. There's probably a screw in there before. Okay, so I'm not gonna use any of those. I'm gonna any of these over there. Okay, I'm not gonna use any of those. I'm gonna try these two right there for this. Now there's something else that I happened to find. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to find any plastic anchors, and I thought, I just was over here earlier today, and my pops, he'd have all kinds of stuff over here. Okay, and I just happened to look in this little tray, and I found these. And you would think, have you ever used these before? You might think, what is that, and how could I use that? I was gonna use those for here. And let's see here. And I could have used this same screw. Now see, this screw in here is a standard, well, it's a threaded screw. See how the threads are? It's not a wood screw, right? And so if I were to have used that, I wouldn't have been able to use the other screws because it wouldn't have gone in there. But see, this is designed, you see this little, these little ribs here? This is designed, you put this into the hole, into the sheetrock hole, okay, first, this whole thing. Boom. And you've got some little tits, ears. See that little thing right there? Right there and right there.